Hey, Nate Burleson, Peter Schrager, Kyle Brandt, and we go to the AFC West, a cold game.
Let's go to the AFC West, specifically Arrowhead Stadium. Let's do it. Because it's the Chiefs and it's the Broncos. Chiefs, best team in football? Seem to be getting a lot of love for that. Better than the undefeated Steelers? Let's find out. 3-3 early. We're going up to Tyreek, the most dangerous weapon on the planet, and it's a drop incomplete. Wait a second. He did what? Watch the ball the whole time. Off his face, into his elbow, into his hand, called incomplete. Tyreek didn't think he caught it. Andy Reid said, dude, why didn't you tell me you caught it? I would have challenged you. He's like, I didn't know. They had the fastest punt of all time. That touchdown was not to be. It goes down as incomplete. Chiefs are down in the third quarter. Whoa, sacked again? They're going to settle for another field goal here. The Chiefs, with all their cool plays dating back to 1926 Rose Bowl, they can't score in the red zone right now. It's really odd. So Drew Lock with our guy Kendall Hinton up there, who started last time for them. Drew Lock says, screw it. I'm taking this thing. I'm going to win this game. Touchdown, Tim Patrick. Beautiful throw and catch. And the Broncos are beating the Chiefs. The power ranking guys say, what? Dan Henzis? Are you the power ranking maestro when you say I'm better than the Steelers? What are you talking about? Kelsey. Kelsey is so dominant. I mean, who is more dominant? Is it Tyreek or is Kelsey? I think it might be Kelsey. Peter had a whole chronicling of how they could potentially lead the NFL in receiving 1-2. Kelsey did his part in this one. Tyreek would have been nice if they actually caught that. I'm meandering now. It's 19-16. Chiefs up. This is the third down conversion. A thing of beauty. Watch the reverse.
Oh, my God.
In his face, no look, sidearm, round the back. Dan Cortez, 15-point basket. And then he does the wet T-shirt to Travis Kelsey. And they win again, 22-16. I mean, it wasn't convincing, whatever that means, but they win again.
Packers versus the Eagles. If Mahomes isn't the MVP, maybe this guy is. Aaron Rodgers.
Interesting.
Davante Adams stiff arms his way into the end zone.
Number 400.
Number 400K, you detailed it well. Adams having the wherewithal to know not to throw the ball into the stands, to give it to Aaron Rodgers.
Take that, James Jones.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts would come in as relief for Carson Wentz, and I'll tell you what, the team looked energized once he came in.
Yep.
Hurts throws a touchdown to Greg Wentz, supportive as he always is. This game is a one-score game, and then Aaron Jones, I said it was the run of the year. Look at this. One man. Come on, who wants me next? He's got two guys chasing him. I got you. That's two. I got
Marquez, great block.
3-4, and Bakhtari was following the entire way down the field. Puts the game on ice. This Packers team, they love each other. It's like watching a fraternity of guys just have a game every time they play. They're so happy for each other. They're 9-3. As for the Eagles, I think they like each other too. But what did Wentz and Jalen Hurts have to say about the quarterback switch mid-game?
Obviously, that's frustrating as a competitor, and just the personality that I have. I want to be the guy out there, but it is what it is, and they made the call today, and at the end of the day, we lost. As a team, we lost, and that's what I think, for me, I'm most frustrated about.
Jalen, do you think you should be the starter against the Saints, and do you think you will be?
I'm trying to do what I can do for this team. I think that's as simple as that. Working hard every day, putting my best foot forward, and taking somebody with me. I'm trying to lead and just get this thing in the right direction. So anything that can help this team.
All right, let's go. Giants and Seahawks in Seattle. They make a West Coast road trip. Daniel Jones would not play. Colt McCoy, it's been a while since we've seen him as a starter. And who is he looking for? He's going to hit Alfred Morris for the 6-yard TD. He had himself a day. 1 rushing touchdown, 1 receiving touchdown. And to be honest, it was an ugly game early, but the Giants pretty much controlled it. Let's move this along. This is 4th and 18. 50 seconds left. The Russell Wilson, all he has to do is get it upfield. You need 20 or so yards. They do a Hail Mary attempt, and DK Metcalf was on the other end, but it is batted down. Russell Wilson looking at the surface. Colt McCoy, who hasn't won as a starter since 2014. Popular movie, Equalizer, Jersey Boys. So, speaking of the Giants, shout out to the Jersey Boys, and let's hear from the Equalizer, which is Joe Judge, on stopping Russell Wilson.
You've got to be able to play guys like Russell Wilson where you can go ahead and stop him in the run game. And again, that's a lot easier said than done. At the same point, try to confuse him a little bit in the passing game, which, again, is a lot easier said than done because this guy's seen a lot of coverage over the course of his career, and he's beat just about everything you can throw at him defensively. So, I think our guys are just working hard, and that level of play is raising right now. But, the coaches have done a good job, and the players have executed. and the level of play is rising.
Yeah, you've won 4 straight,
Yeah.
baby. I think it's credit to us for having Saquon Barkley and Golden Tate on our show this week. But
Good point, Kay.
they found themselves a defense. If the playoffs started tomorrow, guys, Russell Wilson would have to face that Giants defense again in the first round.
That'd be crazy.
That would be
Giants
so
will win.
crazy. If we take a look at the standings here in the NFC East, New York extends their lead. Washington plays the Steelers tonight. Dallas heading to Baltimore tomorrow. Wild week for this division. Some might call it really entertaining.
Yeah.
Kyle, what
about
stood out to you about those Eagles and Giants games?
Well, the Giants have won 4 in a row. It's awesome. The only thing I'm mad about as a New York Giants fan right now is I'm really mad that Carson Wentz got benched. Just keep him in there. Keep him in because now we got something. And if you look at Jalen Hurts, we've been waiting for him for weeks, months, whatever you want to say. You look at him and you're like, well, 5 of 12, a touchdown, an interception. We'll take it. I'm in. I will buy that. We saw him throw a real-life, living, breathing, sentient touchdown pass to Greg Ward, and it's like, I don't think Carson Wentz could have made that throw. I think it would have been incomplete. It would have been long. Jalen Hurts, I'm in. I think he should start the next game. I think he should start the rest of the season. Right here, I don't think Carson Wentz is making that throw based on what we've seen for the last few months. And it's been so bad that this feels great. I remember in the throes of April, and it's quarantine, and no one's leaving the house, and you're just so stir-crazy and so miserable. One day, my wife and I just went for a walk, and it felt like Mardi Gras. It's like we went for a walk around the block. We were like, whoa! That's what Jalen Hurts feels like right now. A walk in April, like to go get the mail and come back in. That's how miserable and tedious it's been. I'm in. That might as well have been prime Randall Cunningham yesterday. Start him next week, please.
She looks over and you're flashing the neighbor. Kyle, what are you?
Yeah! Beads from Pat and Pat next door. As a man and a woman named Pat, it's crazy up in the burbs. Woo!
Pat. All right. So, Peter, you going?
No, you.
Let me jump in. So, you guys know I spend from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on the CBS set. And what I love about it is you have 1,000 TVs, everybody from the talent on set, producers, everybody behind
Lobster,
the camera.
caviar.
And we're just talking football. And I'm watching this Eagles game, and I see Jalen Hurts throw the touchdown to Rager. And then you get that scene of Carson Wentz clapping on the sideline. Mm-hmm. I'm talking out loud, rhetorical question. Man, what is Carson Wentz going to do now? Mm-hmm. I hear from the back, go home and count his money. I'm like, oh, okay.
Jason Lock and Four said that?
I can't believe Lock and Four would come out with such a take.
And initially I was like, you know what? They're right. He's fine. He made good money, but it's deeper than that for me. Maybe he will go home and count his money. But I think something that hits him on a deeper level, he's counting his days as a Philadelphia Eagle. And I couldn't help but think that. For a second, I didn't care about how much he made. I was just caring about him seeing this replay of a show that he's seen already before.
Yeah.
And he's the star actor who gets outshined by the supporting actor. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if we're going to see Carson Wentz line up again. The only thing that would keep him around is the fact that they do owe him so much money. So that's the biggest thing that stood out to me was Carson Wentz on the sideline. After all the compliments and all the praise that we got him and all the great Wentz play, just seems like his days might be up, whether it's next year or a couple of years from now.
I think Ian detailed it pretty well. His contract situation is really, really difficult to get out of.
Yep.
A, he's due $25 million guaranteed.
Yep.
And B, $60 million in dead cap space. You can't just cut him. So Carson Wentz is kind of there, and it's how you're going to work around that. Then again, you draft a guy in the second round. Can I talk about the Giants real briefly?
Go right ahead.
Dave Gettleman, the general manager, has long been a punching bag in media circles, not only on this network, but other networks, and specifically in New York local talk radio. Yesterday, I watched a team where James Bradbury was maybe the best cornerback in football, handling DK Metcalf, was signed by Gettleman. Alfred Morris, a guy that we haven't thought about in 2 years, played amazing. Colt McCoy. You go right down the list to guys like Logan Ryan and Jabril Peppers and Leonard Williams. We could beat up on Gettleman all we want. The Giants have assembled this really young, really feisty, really smart roster, and they come to compete every single week. Kyle, you mentioned it. Even the games they lost early this season, whether it be to Tampa Bay or some of the others, they were in every game. The Giants are a good, solid, well-disciplined, and well-built team. I don't know what they do from here on out, but They get Saquon back next year. They get Daniel Jones back next year. They get Blake Martinez back maybe next week, maybe next year.
Peter, you tossed it into the echo chamber yesterday. You said on Twitter, Dave Gettleman's assembling a cool young team. How'd that go? What were the responses?
Everyone said, it's not Gettleman, it's Joe Judge. It's not Gettleman.
Judge just got here.
You're not allowed to be positive on Dave Gettleman, especially in this market. Everyone loved Odell Beckham, and he kind of jettisoned him. Everyone wanted different quarterbacks, and he went with Daniel Jones. I understand it. But if you look at that Odell Beckham trade, the Browns are 9-3. They wouldn't change that trade. It all worked out. Everyone's fine. Dexter Lawrence was the draft pick. He's playing his butt off. Jabril Peppers might be the best safety in the NFC this year. And you look at Zeitler, what they're doing on the offensive line, like, I don't know, the Odell Beckham trade maybe worked out for the Giants. And maybe we shouldn't be burying the construction of this roster because without Jones, without Barkley, and with a first-year coach, they're pretty good.
Without Gettleman's moves. They're not in the position they're in.
They are not without.
And you said it right. They have a young team, but also they brought in the right type of veterans, which,
Logan
as we know, they're glue
Golden
guys.
Tate, Blake Martinez, they're
Glue
good
dudes.
guys.
Yeah.
Gettleman getting some love here. It's
allowed? I don't know.
No, I'm here for that. Absolutely. At GMFB with your thoughts. I want to hear from Eagles fans about Jalen Hurts and Carson Wentz. Where do you stand? Let us know. It is an NFL special on Tuesday night. Get ready. It's a primetime showdown. Under the lights, it is in Baltimore. The Ravens have their sights set on a return to the postseason. The Cowboys need a W to keep pace in the NFC East with those Giants we were just dishing out love to. It's Cowboys, Ravens, Tuesday Night Football, 8 p.m. Eastern. You can catch it on Fox, on NFL Network, and streaming